Ellen Waleswood, Bridgehaven, Edison. I missed something at the end of this ordinance. Many times at the end of an ordinance, there's a statement that if any part of this ordinance or whatnot is found to be not in compliance with state or whatever it is, it doesn't negate anything else in the ordinance. Is there a statement that's sometimes put at the end of an ordinance?
You're talking
like
about,
that?
Council President, a severability clause. Most ordinances don't have that clause. Some do, but there's no harm to the ordinance or fatal flaw in the ordinance that it's not there.
No, but I'm saying there's sometimes it ends with that.
Sometimes they do.
Okay, I asked that because if you look under Section 35 for the powers, it says the agency is authorized to exercise all those public and essential governmental functions necessary or convenient to effectuate the purposes of the redevelopment law, which shall include, but not be limited, to those powers described in Section 22 of the redevelopment law. So if the redevelopment law reads that they have the power for eminent domain, and they have some of the other powers, I don't have a copy of that section, some of the other people do. If it lists those as powers, and it said they shall, which shall include, the state has said that these shall be included. And I have a little concern that if you do amend this and put those things in, that you may have a problem down the line. That's all I have for that. I just wanted to read you something that's a little bit of history. And it came from the Indian Post newspaper, September 8th, 2006. Okay, Oak Tree Road Redevelopment Project, 2006. Ambitious plans are afoot for the redevelopment of the Indian District on Oak Tree Road to transform it into a go-to place, not just for Indians, but South Asians in general, as well as other communities, the mayor revealed. In the short term, work is on to install traffic lights at Sugar Tea Plaza Junction to ease traffic. In the long term, there are plans to create an Indian American Community Center, an arts and cultural facility, creation of a broader economic dynamic with high-tech companies, in addition to retail strips, winding up a road with easy access to the train station, and much more. Quote, the plan will be announced this fall with the setting up of a diverse advisory committee to chalk out the course of redevelopment. I already have a wonderful MIT-trained urban planner of Indian descent who will take into account the specific needs of this community, Choi revealed. The idea is to create a new Main Street, another one, a place that South Asians can call home, and non-Indian Americans find it appealing enough to want to participate. Choi said the redevelopment would perhaps take decades to complete, but we want to kick it off now and do it very thoughtfully. That was almost 2 years ago.
Amen. Anyone else? Sir? Mr. Petrucelli?
Joe Petrucelli, 62 Revere. One of my biggest concerns is the mayor has the sole discretion to pick all the members. Is there any way that the council can go through, like when we had the ethics board where you formed the council committee and you screened like when we had the ethics board, the council formed a committee, screened the candidates, and then made a list of prospective candidates? And why couldn't we do something like that? Why would we leave the sole discretion in one person's hands? You like that idea, Ms. Perlstein, when I said it? Can that be written in that you're involved at least in the selection criteria of the redevelopment agency?
We actually have,
Yeah.
we actually have to approve of the appointments. It comes before us.
Well, how about you screen and do homework so that you actually physically meet with the people like the council did with us on the ethics board? Don't leave it up to them. You guys actually screen the candidates. Go through that process. That was a long, lengthy process. These council members grilled us in those ethics. We were asked questions like, are we considering running for office? Are we going to put political before? I mean, they put us through this strenuous, we had to prepare for like, it was a 2-hour meeting. You're going to get in and say, appoint it like you always do. Like the planning board. Oh, let's throw this person on the planning board. I'm suggesting make the screening process your responsibility, give it to the mayor, and then tell the mayor, you come back and which ones you like out of these group. What's wrong with that idea? And you know what? Make it an open process. Screen the people in front of the public. Because maybe they'll have the credentials and it'll satisfy some of the people. You talk about open and transparency, do it that way. Make it be part of that decision. You know, you're making a significant decision. Take your due diligence and do the steps. Please. That's a simple thing you can do. It's a prudent thing to do. You'll get familiarized with who you're putting on these people. You'll be dealing firsthand. Form the committee and do like Councilman Deal. You should really share what those meetings were like when you grilled us on the ethics committee, because they were invaluable. How many times were you impressed by how we came there with suggestions and ideas? Go through that process. This doesn't have to be an urgency. You take the responsibility. You're the legislators. You're the lawmakers. You're the ones the administration implement. You take charge. People would feel better about that. It would be open and transparent. Please think about that.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Nemitz? It's got... It's okay. Pull the microphone down, ma'am, so we can...
Sure. I just wanted to say this is the first meeting I've been to, and that it's unthinkable to me that the council elected by the people who are sitting here would not take into consideration these very serious concerns before passing this ordinance. I mean, this is something so major. That's all I wanted to say. That it makes me afraid for our government. It really does.
Thank you, ma'am.
I said that I think it's unthinkable that the council that was elected by the people sitting here would not take the time and consideration